Bravo, Mike 4, Zulu, Kilo, Bravo.
Roger, Zulu, Kilo, Bravo. What's the name there?
Roger, Zulu, Kilo, Bravo. What's the name there? Name is Jerry. I'm in Franklin, Kentucky.
Roger, Jerry. And what radio are you running today, sir?
Roger, Jerry. And what radio are you running today, sir? I'm running a ICOM 746 Pro.
Roger, Jerry. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your antenna system? I'll look around for a better path. Roger?
Why don't you tell me a little bit about your antenna system? I'll look around for a better path. Roger? Roger that. Right now, I'm running on a Delta loop. Made myself and just running barefoot on this 746 Pro.
Roger. I'm listening to my local antenna, so it sounds pretty good. I need just a little bit more audio so I can see what your dynamic range is, Roger.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is older radio, 746 Pro, of course, that I picked up used at a yard sale, or garage sale of all things. I've been on the air with it about a month now. Started out with an OCF dipole that I bought, and I built this Delta loop last week, which does work a little better on the bands that my radio can tune in. I don't have an external tuner. Everything is just the internal tuner on this ICOM over.
Yeah, Roger, Jerry. Well, I'm on my local antenna on my 7300, and you're sounding just beautiful. Kind of coming and going a little bit, but you're more there than not, and it looks like your dynamic range is right where it should be, but your audio is even better than that. It's your curve is just beautiful, Roger.
Thank you much for that. I've been going back and forth with different people trying to tweak it. I want it to be loud and present, but I don't want it to be overdriven and distorted.
Roger that. Well, the EQ pattern is just perfect now if you wanted to check your audio. And what we normally do is make sure you're in that wide transmit bandwidth, TBW 100 to 2900. Roger, are you familiar with that?
Yes, sir, I am. I'm going to switch over to that now, and it says I'm in the wide bandwidth at this point. That's what I try to keep it at. So that's the widest bandwidth I believe this radio is capable of.
Yes, sir. That gives you just a slice of daylight before you wind up in somebody else's conversation. And so that's the good part about it at 2900. And so that curve, dynamic range is perfect with that curve. So I think you're right there at about 3 dB with that audio curve, and it really, really sounds nice, Roger.
Thank you. How about right now I am running compression. I've had different feedback on that. Most feedback has been positive. There's been 90% positive and only about 10% negative. And I'm glad that you're doing this analysis, and hopefully you can tell me something better about it. Over.
Roger. So what we normally say is a 3 and a 6 are about the same, except you get suck up between the words on a 6. So we usually go for a 3, and so if you're running your compressor processor at a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, that would be perfect, Roger.
Okay, well then I'm going to have to turn it down some, because right now I'm at a 5 over.
Yes, sir. 3 does well because it doesn't suck up between the words, and we're listening for, something that's working on the words, because suck up between the words doesn't do anybody any good.
Roger that. Yeah, it's just pulling up background noise. I turned it down 1 notch there. I don't know if you can tell any difference or not. I'm trying to talk the same level and talk the same distance from the microphone. So does this sound better, worse, or what?
Well, so now you're at a 3 or a 4?
I'm sitting on a 4 right now.
Yeah, I'd take it back to a 3. We have worked that quite a bit at 3 and have come up with that as the best possible setting. So if you were to put that on a 3, and then after that go to your ALC meter with mic gain in hand, and as you say the magic word audio and stretch out that front part of the word, you become a human test generator, and so you just take your mic level and adjust it to 2/3 on your ALC meter, or to a 7, whichever comes first. 2/3 or 7, Roger?
Roger that. Let's see here. It's about where it is, around 7 to 8, because this scale is not very precise on this old ICOM, but it looks like it's around 70 to 80% of the scale. Over.
Yes, sir. That's exactly where we want. And your EQ, like I say, we wouldn't have to do anything with that. It's just right on the SNOS, Roger.
Roger that. Well, I certainly appreciate the help. Appreciate the help. Somebody that had a lot of experience monitoring and analyzing rather than just opinion, because everybody's got an opinion, right?
Roger that. Now I have a chevron on my lower right-hand side that tells me, or tells somebody looking at the video exactly what I'm listening to as I move around on my SDRs. So if you want to hear your audio, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV followed by the word logbook, that will take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 3100, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. Roger? Yes, KC9VKV, that's Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook. Roger.
9 Victor Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook. Roger.
Roger that. Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook on YouTube, and look for cut 31. Over.
Now that will take you to this recording. It'll take you right to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 3100 Qso-Vlog air check recordings. This will be cut number 1 there. So once you get there, it'll be right there.
This will be cut number 1 there. So once you get there, it'll be right there.
Cut number 1.
Yeah, it'll say my group air check recording 7/19/24. Roger, Roger.
7/19/24. Roger, Roger.
Roger, Roger on that. Well, I certainly appreciate your body and help me out along the way. Thank you for your assistance there. And 73s to you. This is Kilo Mike 4, Zulu Kilo Bravo. Will be clear on your final.
Roger, Roger, Jerry. And I just went back to my local antenna with the 7300, and that audio is just beautiful. I would get the duct tape out, the Gorilla Tape out, and tape her down. Roger.
Roger that. I've got it recorded here, and we'll bear that in mind until somebody tells me otherwise. How about that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think it's just beautiful. And when you listen to it, I think you'll like it too, Roger.
Roger that. I will check into it sometime tomorrow night. Over.
Yes, sir. This 7300 is just as flat as you can get it. No filtering. I am running no RF preamp, and no noise reduction. It's just as flat and as straight as I can get it. Roger.
Roger that. And what frequency is on your VFO? I've been trying to tune back and forth, and you and the guy that preceded me seem to be a little low. Are you showing 718800?
Roger, 718800, 7300 puts you right there.
Roger that. Yeah, I was down a few cycles from that because it seemed like the other guy was a little cleaner there, but you're more on frequency there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I ran a FT990 before this for about 2 years or 3, and that radio is like a rock as far as frequency stability. And then I went to this 7300, and it's every bit as good and better as far as frequency stability, Roger.
Roger that, yeah. Like I said, I think you're more on the money than the previous guy, and I believe my radio's aligned pretty well. I went through the self-alignment procedure using the WWV signal and got all the heterodyne out of it, and it's close. You know, you can do better with a frequency counter, but I don't have a frequency counter, so that's the best I can do.
Yeah, close enough. Even if, it multiplies an error on higher frequencies. It's so close now at 40 meters that you should not have a problem on higher frequencies, Roger.
Roger that. Yeah, it seems to be more dead on, because before I did that alignment, everybody, at least I thought everybody with me, was off about 5 hertz or so.
Yes, sir, Roger. I really find it difficult to appraise a station's EQ curve when they're running high or low off frequency. It just doesn't sound right EQ-wise, and I know I could adjust it EQ-wise, but just that off frequency, a slight amount up or low makes it very difficult to actually hear the EQ curve itself. Roger?
Roger that, yeah. It skews the audio frequencies by some percentage. I don't know exactly what the the impact is, but it either sends it more treble or more bass, depending on if you're upper or lower from the bass frequency.
Roger, it's really amazing when our technology of today is so beautiful as far as keeping these radios on frequency. It's like 15, 20 years ago, the stations were all over the place. They were high, low, and nobody really cared, because they didn't know that it could be as good as it has become as far as being on frequency and all that. So I guess now that we have technology on our side, our expectations for perfection are quite high now, Roger.
Roger that. I guess it's the improvement in these phase-locked loops that if they're adjusted properly, they tend to lock on and stay there without a lot of drift. Some radios may drift if they're not thermally balanced, or where they can get rid of the excess heat. But for the most part, technology has come a long way in radio transceivers, and both transmitters and receivers. Big difference from the old R390 days.
Yeah, Roger. Well, listen, get the Gorilla Tape out and tape her down, sir. And if you want to hear it, go to YouTube and do that call letter search. KC9VKV followed by the word logbook will take you to this recording. Roger?
Followed by the word logbook will take you to this recording. Roger?
Will do. Thank you very much. Appreciate it a lot. Kilo Charlie 9 VKV. This is Kilo Mike 4 and Zulu Kilo Bravo Zombie Killer Bees.
73 there, Jerry. We'll catch you later. This is the Qso-Vlog net. My name is Jim, and we are listening. And if you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.